Thank you. I appreciate you guys being on the show. Tell us all about TipTop K9.
Well, got started in 2010 training dogs. Just had a really bad dog, tons of behavioral issues. Open the front door, I'm chasing him for hours, like literally. He had potty training issues, aggression, anxiety, out of control barking, like literally tons of issues. And that's what happens with a lot of rescues. And it just got me really obsessed about dog training and trying to figure out a way to help this little buddy and not ruin all my relationships with everyone around me. Because that's what happens when people have bad dogs. Crazy dogs, they love the dog. Just if other people don't, it impacts your relationships. Really got obsessed with dog training, going down this rabbit hole. And then in 2010, started training full time. In 2017, we ended up licensing the concept for 5 stores. 2019, we started franchising. And today we have 24 units. So that's a quick recap of TipTop.
That's awesome. Ryan, you said you had a bad dog. Are there bad dogs or are there bad owners? Who's at fault here?
There's both. There's both.
Yeah.
A lot of trainers will say there's no bad dogs, but they don't work dogs in Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas. Maybe where you live in Tampa, there's no bad dogs, but sometimes there's dogs with, maybe they're not bad dogs, but they have certain genetic predispositions to bad behaviors, whether that's high prey drive, dog aggression, human aggression, resource guarding.
And unfortunately, a lot of people don't know how to deal with that. So that's where a good trainer will come in and get to help them overcome some of those issues, because a lot of them are. And that's one of our goals at TipTop K9 is to keep dogs out of shelters with their client, with their owners, so that they can have a free life off leash and get to go everywhere with their clients.
Wow. What a great mission.
4-month-old Belgian Malinois right now. They're more police military dogs. They're like tan with a black face. At 4 months old, he already wants to bite everybody, everything. And it's just his genetics. He's not a bad dog.
No.
He just has genetic predispositions to what in America would be considered bad behavior.
Right. Wow. What are some of your favorite breeds that you've trained?
Personally, I love Labs. That's my favorite. I love Labradors, and we do tons of doodles. Golden doodles, Labradoodles. I love all the...
Bernedoodles are getting really big right now. We have so many Bernedoodles.
Wait a minute. Is that a Burmese mountain dog and a doodle combined? I've never seen that before.
They're so cute. They're cute. They're smart. A great family dog.
Wow. Oh, I bet. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I bet they do look great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, okay, so you start running your business. I want to kind of lead into before you start franchising.
Yeah.
You started licensing, you said, back in 2017. So, Rachel, why don't you kind of take this on a little bit, if you would? What led you guys to licensing and as opposed to just franchising right from the get-go? How did that all come to be?
Well, I think that we had a lot of things to work out because we wanted to expand. We knew that we wanted to go out of Oklahoma, and we were, looking at all the options. Okay, we can do a bunch of corporate stores in the surrounding states, things like that. And we decided, hey, we have a couple of friends that we think can help us with this. And we wanted to make all the mistakes during that time.
Yes.
Then whenever we, figured out, hey, what's going to work, what's not going to work, then we were like, okay, now we're ready. Let's go ahead and franchise and make this help our brand grow. Right.
So you guys were kind of accidental franchisors, I guess, starting out.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, franchising is also very expensive. Right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
I think the licensing allowed us for proof of concept and ability to make mistakes on a less public radar, right? Yeah. We're able to make them, and we our first few people, we're just putting them in there at not a $78,000 to $150,000 buy-in, right? Right. They're getting in dirt cheap, but then we're also working through all of our issues as well.
Yeah, and it was such a fun time of learning. Like, it was a great time of learning. We knew we wanted to be heavy on the support. A lot of dog training franchises, they don't offer a lot of support. So their people are just kind of out there drowning. And that's something that sets us apart. We're really heavy on the support. So we were able to iron out how we were going to do that and make it work and grow our team as well as growing our locations teams.
That's awesome. I kind of think about, in franchising, it's all about, of course, having systems and processes and having our franchisees be able to replicate our own success. Yeah. I know I had difficulty when I was starting out in franchising. I had adult sports and kids sports, and actually my adult sports franchisees were not replicating the success, and I couldn't figure out why, even though they were following the systems. I think though, in your business, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I could picture there's so much left up to possible chance of the franchisees making a decision to do something especially when it comes to training the behavior of dogs, I would think, right? Tell me how do you work through that? How do you help keep franchisees really on the straight and narrow path and truly believing, implementing your system and not kind of going off, on their own?
Yeah, we spend a ton of time with them at the beginning. Our training process is about 6 weeks long.
Wow.
And even before that, we offer training over Zoom and different things like that because we really want them to see our mission, see our systems. Ryan has worked so hard in making sure that we have, these strategies for these different scenarios. Because like you said before, sometimes dogs, they're their own, they're their own dog. They have different personalities and different backgrounds. And so it takes a lot. And I think that initial 6 weeks we spend together, we really are able to pour in our vision. We're able to pour in what we believe in and how important our training system is.
And I would imagine too, in your brand, making sure you have the right franchise owner is critical. This is not about just looking for somebody who's well organized, detail oriented, communicates well, somebody that can just, open the shop, scale it, hire people. And no, there's a lot more to this. So I'd love to kind of hear, what is the personality of the right person for your brand?
Yeah, we've had to turn down a lot of people that are ready to write a check, but they're not the right fit. They don't actually really love dogs. They're not going to carry that. They're just looking like, hey, it looks like you make good income, right? So we need, first off, someone that loves dogs and they're passionate.
Yeah.
They're going to see when they come to our initial trainings, they're going to see our system works really good. And our people don't really want to deviate. It works really good, right? So, but then somebody who loves dogs, 40% of people in the U.S. right now, they say they want to start a business, but a lot of them don't have that support. So we want someone with that entrepreneurial spirit, whether they actually have business experience or not, loving dogs and high energy. That's basically really what I need. That's it.
And with the 24 franchise that you have open, are most or all the franchise owners running the business day to day, or have they hired managers that are running it and they just merely investors? It sounds like they're rolling up their sleeves and they're doing it.
There's a mixture of both. They're all starting out as that owner operator, then moving into a manager or even just the almost semi-absentee owner role. But most of them, with the exception of one, is starting out all owner operator. And the one had franchising experience before.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning into the Emerging Franchise Brands podcast. For additional insights, guest applications, and to stay connected, visit us at efbpodcast.com. The Emerging Franchise Brands podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed do not necessarily represent those of Emerging Franchise Brands, its host Frank Fumey, or Emerging Franchise Group, LLC. Any discussed franchise or investment opportunity requires thorough investigation, obtaining proper disclosure documents, and expert consultation before making any investment decisions. The podcast and its host do not offer professional advice or endorsements, and they hold no responsibility for actions, representations, accuracy, or consequential damages related to the podcast content.